Today we have an Audi R8 Gen 2. I call this the Gen 2.2 because it's a facelift and then it's a facelift again to the newer shape. So this has just come from Wolverhampton for gearbox issues. So the owner said it's skipping gears. So it'll go from gear 1, 3, 5 and 7 and it'll skip 2, 4 and 6, which is the even gears. Of course, without a doubt, it's going to have gearbox issues, whether it's the clutch, the Mechatronic or the clutch basket. Let's go for a quick test drive. Let's see what's really happening to confirm the faults. So straight away we can see we've got an engine management light on and also the gearbox icon on as well. Let's drive it. Let's see exactly what's happening. So we're on D1 right now. There, look, see that? Straight to 3 and the car just thumped forward. It's making all sorts of noises in the background as well. I can hear a bit of knocking. Yeah, this car's not good. Let's pull back to the workshop, put on the ramp and let's get this gearbox out. Let's see what's going on. Right, so I've just plugged in the scanner for the car and we have 2 fault codes as the dash showed as well. We've got one on the engine and one on the transmission. For the engine, we've got requirement malfunction lamp on active. This is a consequential fault code of this from the transmission, which is unable to engage gear 2. So this car isn't just randomly skipping gears. The ECU has identified that it can't successfully engage second gear. And because second gear belongs to one of the clutch baskets out of 2, that gives us a much narrower area to investigate. This issue could either be mechanical, hydraulic or even electronic. And that's exactly why we're going inside the gearbox. So to me, I think we have a problem on gear 2 and as a result, it's going into safety mode to preserve all the other gears. So these have clutch baskets like A and B and those baskets are divided between odd gears and the even gears. There seems to be a problem with gear 2. That's why the ECU is skipping those specific gears. So 1, 3, 5 and 7 share one clutch basket and the other ones, 2, 4 and 6 share another basket. This could be electrical fault code or it could be mechanical. It could be mechatronics, the clutches, the clutch baskets. These gearboxes on the R8 V10s are the same as the Hurricane. It's called the DL800 and they have a lot of common issues. I've seen some of the clutch baskets explode, mechatronic issues, you name it, plenty of issues. Let's drop the gearbox. Let's have a further look at that and we take it from there. Right, so we've now got the Audi R8 up in the air. Underneath over here is the sump of the gearbox. We're going to remove this and then remove the mechatronics. Have a look at the solenoids, see if there's anything we can spot, if there's any internal leaks on that. And if not, we're going to then drop the gearbox down and start looking further at the clutches and the gear sets. The Mechatronic is basically the control system of a gearbox. It combines the electronic control system with the hydraulic side that actually operates the gearbox. If the gearbox can't select a gear, the Mechatronic is one of the first places we need to investigate. But we can't just assume it's faulty just because there's a gearbox warning on the dash. We're going to inspect it and locate the fault. Check this out. We've got one Audi R8 here for gearbox repair. This one over here is actually a burnt, damaged Audi R8 and we're fully restoring it. And of course over here, you got my Audi R8 V10 Spider twin turbo, now running 1000 bhp. Madness guys, madness. So we've now dropped the Mechatronic and we've actually found something very interesting. Have a look at this. See that? That's metallic sludge. You've got the sensors which are over here and these take readings. Now if you have sludge on them, you can't obviously get a correct reading of it. The Mechatronic relies on sensors to monitor what's happening inside the transmission. If those sensors become contaminated with metallic debris, the signals they are producing can become unreliable. So I want to show you guys something else. There's a gap over there where you can look into the gearbox. So if you look through there, those 4 holes there are called position sensors for the gearbox. Now if you have a closer look, inside there you can see the same sort of sludge material building up inside. And the issue with that is the gearbox won't get correct readings and as a result you're going to experience issues like the one we're having right now. So what's the solution for that? The gearbox needs a full flush. The Mechatronic unit needs to be stripped down and rebuilt again. What we're going to do now is move this over to the bench, get it all stripped out and carry out the rebuild, carry out a flush in the box and we should be good to go. It's not the worst of the problems this gearbox can have, however it's still a problem. So let's get it resolved and let's get this stripped down. So here's the Mechatronic, guys, now fully rebuilt with brand new gaskets and seals and fully flushed inside. We now need to flush the gearbox and it's ready to go back in. We put a new oil, new gaskets, new seal and a new filter and start the car up, go for a test drive and see how she's driving. So the Audi R8 is now boxed up, the Mechatronics is fully built and put back in. We're now going to start it up, do basic adaptation and do a gear learn, and then we're going to drive the car on the ramp in the air just to test if it's worked, which it should have. You can see we're doing the basic settings on the transmission. Let's put it into gear, let's see if it drives. So look, gear 1, and I think that's gear 2. There you go, 5, 6, 7. We now have all gears. Excellent. That's all sorted now. I'm gonna hit the road for a test drive, see how the car drives. It should be driving spot on and perfect, way better than when it came here. Mileage in this car is about 80k. Let's just say you had a little refresh. Let's hit the roads. Straight away we have gears, gear 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just as it's supposed to be on the DCT box. Now it's shifting beautifully. So imagine this, the customer was quoted from the Audi dealership for a full gearbox replacement for this issue he's had. That's insane. I think they quoted him around £26,000 for the parts alone, plus the labour. We've done that for a fraction of the price. I think about 1/3 of the price. And that is how it's done at Boost Performance. And that's the important lesson here. A gearbox fault doesn't automatically mean the whole gearbox needs replacing. Proper diagnosis can sometimes take you from a complete transmission replacement to repairing the component that's actually responsible for the fault. So what I'm going to do now is test all the gears manually as well. So shift to the left and control it with the pedal. So I'm going to go for 1, 2, 3, and then cycle through all of the gears, make sure it's all good. And then downshift as well. And then I'll head back to the workshop, do a final test, check for any codes and box this one up. Well, we're all good to go, man. The V10 is alive again. When it came in, the car wasn't even reversing. So that's it, guys. R8 is now boxed up, ready to go back to the customer. If you got an Audi R8, V10, Hurricane or similar, or any other performance car that needs looking at, shout us, Boost Performance, we'll take care of it. This is namzboost signing out.